What is up, guys? It's your boy Soggy here, bringing you a new gameplay video. Hardpoint, Yemen, I think the map is. It's not really about the gameplay itself. It's more about my thought process and the basics on Hardpoint. I'll make a more in-depth fundamentals video later, but for now it's just the basics of playing Hardpoint competitively. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like it, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. Also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/isoggy, and I live stream on twitch.tv/isoggy. So yeah, so here we go. Okay, this is Yemen Hardpoint. Just going over the fundamentals of Hardpoint competitively. It's not so much about the gameplay itself, but the mindset of not what I'm doing, but like general situations of Hardpoint. So, sorry if you can hear my friends' voices. I had my live stream settings on, so I had them playing through the game volume. I don't think you can hear them that well, but yeah. So, I'm playing with my friends right now, so I don't really have a dedicated role. I definitely like to use ARs in general, and I play anchor for my team, so I use an AR on this map, M8. Yeah, so Hardpoint basically. I really like it as a competitive game type. I'm glad. I think it really is kind of saved COD competitive in a way. It's very exciting. A lot of people don't like playing CTF, but like the action behind it, because CTF is a bit more technical as a game type. Like Hardpoint is very technical as well, but you can play it without really knowing too much about the technicalities behind it. Yeah, so I like the addition Treyarch made by adding Hardpoint. It's, like I said, it's fun. It works on a lot of maps, and it's fun to watch as well, which I think is important in any spectator esport or sport, anything that someone's watching in general. It has to be entertaining, so yeah. So I'm just generally glad they put it in. Just some basics about Hardpoint. I feel like the most important thing is knowing your role and what you're doing. It's a little bit harder in league play because you're not really talking the voice chat as much with randoms. I mean, a lot of people may, but I don't really like to. But I mean, it's a lot less unstructured is what I'm getting at. And when you're in league play, it may be different. But when you're on an actual team, you have roles, obviously. So there's the anchor, who pretty much just sits in the back, normally with an AR, and tries to lock down spawns. Spawn control is very important in any competitive game, except for S&D, obviously, but it's important in Hardpoint and CTF, and it gives you an edge over the competition. So the anchor holds down spawns, and yeah, and the anchor, yeah, wow, alright, this is getting bad. I'm very sorry. I'm very new at commentating, but so what I like to do is anchor. I play very slowly, because the anchors, like, you don't want to put yourself in a lot of bad situations or situations where you can die very easily. Some perks you might use are Flak Jacket, Tactical Mask. I don't have them on in this game, or maybe even Hardwire to stop yourself from EMP grenades. I don't have them on in this game, but I sometimes use them so I don't die from grenades and stuff, because after you die on anchor and your team loses spawn control, after they die, they will spawn across the map in Hardpoint usually, or at an alternate spawn that doesn't give you as good of an advantage that you would have with the good spawns. The ideal spawns you try to hold down is the anchor. So those perks and just playing passively and playing smart will really help you, and will help you hold down spawns. So that's what I like to do as anchor. Some people like to play aggressively or play a little bit different, but they don't usually play the anchor role. And yeah, so there's also, and then since it's 4v4, there's 3 other players. Like Hardpoint really depends on teams. So does CTF as well, but Hardpoint, those 3 other things can be used for many things, like many roles depending on the map. Some teams use 1 AR and 3 SMGs, 4 ARs, like 1 SMG, and 3 ARs. It really depends on the team, but there's the people who go inside the Hardpoint and try to control it from the inside and rack up the points by occupying it. And they usually run SMGs, sometimes shotgun secondaries. I feel the shotgun is a good help, and it's not really overpowered. I hear a lot of people complaining about shotgun use, but it has its role at close range being the most powerful, and I think that it's good that way. And I think it should remain in the game. But the people who try to like lock down the hard point, I think they have not the hardest job, because like all the roles are equally hard, but they have the most active job because they have to worry about rotation, which I'll get to later, and just generally just playing with the other team in your face a lot if you're in control of the hard point. And these people as well try to break the hard point. They try to break the anchor player as well to get spawns for the next hard point. And I think that is the hardest aspect of hardpoint, is breaking the hardpoint, because once a team has a nice setup on the hardpoint itself, it's very, very hard to break it if they're competent. Yeah, so, and one role that's sort of like a hybrid, they break spawns, they might use an AR SMG, but they like do a lot of cutoffs as well. You'll see me in this game, I'm not really playing an anchor role because I'm not playing with my team, as I said, but I'm really just like roaming around the map trying to get kills. It's really like a hardpoint slayer kind of role, and I like playing that role as well. And getting those cutoffs are crucial to like not let the enemy team even try and get to the actual hardpoint itself, which makes the other players' jobs easier. And getting cutoffs makes it easier to rotate as well. I think cutoffs are the most crucial on rotation, because without a good rotation, you can't set up for the hardpoint, and you have to deal with the trouble of trying to break it. So, and the last aspect, or the most important aspect of hardpoint, like the bread and butter of being successful, is rotating properly. Because you'll always lose gunfights, etc., but when you rotate properly, it really helps you pretty much secure wins. Because you'll see teams in MLG or other pro teams or other top amateur teams, their rotation is definitely above the rest. Some people, rotating is basically moving your team out of the hardpoint and trying to set up for occupation of the next hardpoint. And like you'll see a lot of teams, like their rotation is poor, and that's why they lose games. You'll see like Evil, I think, and Envious and Optic, all the top teams are really good at rotation, and rotation is like sort of disputed. Like there's different ways of going about it. A lot of teams rotate around the 20-second mark and try to like funnel people out of the hardpoint as they're attacking if they're in occupation of the hardpoint, and they might lose the next like 10 seconds or so on the previous hardpoint, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because you're locking down the actual next hardpoint for a longer period of time if you get the ideal setup off. And if you're on the defensive side and you are not in occupation of the hardpoint, you weren't able to break it, I feel rotating is even more crucial, because you have to, it's sort of like a fine line between still attacking and trying to breach and just stop applying pressure and just set up for the next hardpoint. And you'll see teams around like 15 seconds when they're after trying to attack and they're unsuccessful, they'll rotate back to the next hard point and try to get that anchor position early, and don't really worry about like stop attacking, stop feeding the other team, stop giving them kill streaks, because like after like a certain amount of time, like whoever's like been in the hardpoint longest and been occupying all those points and getting hardpoint kills and stuff, they're normally very close to streaks, and by making them rotate as well and not applying pressure anymore so they can't kill you, it sets you up well for the next hardpoint. So that's just pretty much the basics of hardpoint. I'll go into more detail about spawns and other things in a later video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and just keep working with me as I try to improve my commentary skills. So I'll see you guys later.